Hello, 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 hello. It is your boys, the DM podcast, once again giving you the flavor in your ear. This episode, we plan on, this week we're gonna have two episodes this week, which we decided let's do two episodes because we want to definitely dive in to the top 25 guys in the league, and we're definitely gonna take that best next episode. In this episode, we're gonna talk about the teams that have the most pressure. We're also gonna pick a random teams to support. Like last year, my man over here picked a random team that I was second guessing, but that team ended up being really good. I think it's a team that may make the playoffs, but that's for future. I was going to talk some Raptors and some comments that I'm not the biggest fan of, and I think YS not the biggest fan of it as well. But before we continue, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And how is my boy YS doing?
You already know. Every day above ground.
Every day is always a good day. But yeah, one thing I was driving today and I was thinking, and I want to the Boston Celtics, right? This is a random thought that I had. But I'm like full of randomness. Boston Celtics, they won 60 plus games last year. They dominated the playoffs, like dominate. They only lost twice, right? Lost to Dallas and they didn't lose to Indiana and they lost to Miami. I think no, they lost three times in the
Okay.
playoffs.
Yeah.
So they had a dominant 60 plus wins and they lost three times in the playoffs. Yo, why don't we talk about that?
Well,
Like we
honestly,
don't give them respect. Like low key, we like high key, we don't give them respect.
we go what the media goes with, you know what I mean?
Mm.
The media narrative. So they won. They spoke about them 2 or 3 days longer than when the Raptors won,
Yeah,
right? And then it was like Bronny draft pick, and it was like other things to do with NBA, right? It was
yeah.
like what's next? I don't know. Is Boston an exciting team to watch? To
That's a
me, not really.
that's
Like
true. They're
not
not
really.
exciting. I think that's why. Probably just not exciting. Because like they win games based off defense. Jason Tatum, I think that's why he's not like people don't always classify him as that like top 10, whatever, top five type
And
player.
he
Cause he's just
is
not
top 10. Like he is top
he's
10.
definitely top 10. But I guess he's just not a sexy player. Right? He's just like the game is not sexy. It doesn't have that flair of heroics that I think we're looking for. But it's just weird for a team. I'm like, man, this team really won, and they may win again, and we're just like, okay, cool, whatever, Boston. Let's see another. Let's OKC, okay. All the OKC love. Wemby second year. All the other stuff is getting talked about, but Boston legit could just repeat.
Yeah. And yeah, they could repeat. The rosters once the same. They have a chemistry.
They
As
still
long
have
as they stay
one of the
healthy.
best starting fives in the league.
Hmm.
They still got Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, who are gonna quite frankly be way angrier than they were last year.
And
Um,
he always gonna be just locking you up. So
Derek White is doing his thing. So
you got pieces. You
you
got
got
pieces.
piece, and then KP's not coming back until freaking like January.
KP. Shit. They don't
Which
even
did
really need KP. Like they actually they need KP, but they can get it done without KP.
right in the playoffs they'll probably need KP. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm just like let him play like 30, 40 games as long as he's ready.
Playoff ready. Yeah. I
Yeah, then,
agree.
then you're good. But yeah, I just find the Boston Celtics are so you're right. It kind of has a lot of that Raptor feel to it. But this is different. Like they're running the full team back. We lost Kawhi. Like we lost Kawhi, but they're running it back. So it's just kind of weird. Like, damn, like Jalen Brown is still a top 15 player in some aspects, and no one's feeling them.
Yeah, Jalen, yeah, he's top. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
no one's feeling them. I find it kind of weird that like for a team like them, they're like, whatever. It was a random thought. I'm like, man, we really don't be talking about that much. I also I know why we don't talk about them because like fuck the Boston Celtics. Like we like their players, but fuck them.
In
Like
general, yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be all like gung ho about it. No, fuck.
Beantown, Beantown, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no. Uh, legit. I did want to start also say on a somber note. Dikembe Mutombo did pass away at the age of 59. Um, he from my memory of Dikembe, he was like Masai said it. It crazy happened on media day, and like Masai had to come back on media day, and he had to talk about him, and the man was like heartbroken, right? A man he worked closely with, and he was crying a lot. obviously because they worked together for Giants of Africa and everything like that. So, he was clearly a giant of Africa. He did a lot for the African community. He was a great defender. I definitely remember the finger wagging. Like he was so like cocky about it, and it was nice having that defensive player be that cocky, going like, "You can't come here, no, 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 no." Like everyone does that. Like even when you watch a Raptors game and there's a block, and who it was Ibaka or like Bismack Biyombo. I think it was both of them, and I think it was Jack Armstrong or Matt Devlin would be like, "No, no, no." That was from Dikembe. You know what I'm saying? So, a legend in his own right, one of the best defensive players we ever had in this league. Played for multiple squads.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Like there's so much more. What type of memories may you have of Dikembe?
Man, what's that memories? He was just stopping a lot of fucking dunks in the paint back in the heyday, the 90s type shit. Like he was stopping a lot of dunks. And I remember if you dunked on Mount Mutombo, it was like, yo, dunked on Mutombo, like it was crazy. Like,
Yeah,
'cause, you know what I mean? It was one of those things. So, man, he's gonna be missed. He did a lot outside of basketball type shit
yeah,
for Giants of Africa. So you already know. I already know Mutombo, man. Shit.
yeah. It always sucks when we lose like someone from the basketball community.
So soon. Didn't even hit 60, man.
Yeah, yeah, age. He was very young. But, of course, he'll be missed. I remember him on Philadelphia. I do remember him on Houston as well. He was a part of that like 20 plus win team in Houston with like T Mac and them. I remember like he was the one that was gonna help Iverson stop Shaq. Like they brought him there to stop Shaq. Like we need someone to stop. But Shaq was just too dominant at that time. Like no one could stop Shaq in that 00 and 01 seasons. Like Shaq was that guy.
'00 and '04, it was like you couldn't stop Shaq, like on the Lakers. It was ridiculous.
No, Dikembe definitely did his thing at the time, but it's hard to stop Shaq overall. But RIP Dikembe, you will be missed. Once again, the basketball community is mourning your loss, and but we're going to keep it pushing. I think that's what he would want as well overall, for everyone to keep it pushing. So speaking of one of his teams, the Houston Rockets, that was a team that you supported. You supported a lot. That was that random team that you said you believed in. What's the coach's name again? Yodoka. You definitely believed in that team, believed in the squad. They're a weird team, and I'll get to like our questioner, but like, would you build the team around Sangoon or Jalen Green, or you're gonna just let this year play out and whatever happens happens? Because one of them should get a max contract, or maybe they'll max contract both of them. So I think that's highly unlikely. What do you
Mm,
think?
I think you go with Sengun. I think you
No
go with
matter what,
Jalen Green. He's like he's a microwave, but until he shows more consistency, like you know what I mean, more identity, more consistency, then right now he is like a Jordan Clarkson 2.0. So it's like, okay, are you gonna say, Jalen, yo, you're amazing,
right,
but we're gonna put you to the bench as a sixth man, and you're gonna be that guy to be a six man of the year type of perennial six man of the year because you're gonna get your 25, 23 to 27 minutes a game, right?
right,
And your job is to just be a microwave when you come on. Unless you're gonna move him and you're gonna draft or trade for someone else at his position as a starter
right,
and make him and then build around Sangoon. I personally would try to go that approach if I'm the coach, GM, whatever, front office. But
right.
Jalen Green was what, the second or third pick or something like that?
Second.
Second
Yeah,
pick,
Cade, him, Evan. Yeah, then Scotty.
right? So he has that ego, like, what? I'm going to the bench, I'm a max player. So but I'd go that route. What about you?
I think when it comes to Jalen Green, I've always said I think his best role one day will be a six man. I just don't see him as a guy, like the guy. And mind you, there's not a lot of guys, right? But I just don't see it. Now, this year, I would want to see, maybe I'm wrong. He had a stretch that last like end of the season that he was really good and they were like winning games. But once again, I always find like the end of the season, people play a certain way because other teams are also tanking at the same time. Like everyone's motive at the end of the season, the last like 2 months, are so different. Their motive is to make the playoffs. They're doing whatever they can to make the playoffs. While other teams are like, we're good with like chilling. Like the Raptors played like darn near 30 guys last season. Everyone is on a different mode right now. It's not the same. Um, it's not the same at all, really. But I think that's what I would. But I like Sengun. I think Sengun's good. I think neither of them are a guy, but you just keep drafting, man. You have one of the best young cores in the league. You just keep going. At the end of the day, you keep pushing. Now, in saying that, it leads me to our first like big thing that we're gonna chat about is a random team that you're gonna support. What is your random team that you're supporting this season?
I'm gonna be supporting. I'm gonna go down to the state of Texas. Start state of Texas. A couple of teams in Texas, but
There's a couple teams, though.
a couple of teams, and it ain't the Mavs, and it ain't the Rockets. It's the Spurs.
This guy's on the hype train.
I'm on the hype train. I'm on the hype train. I'm gonna support them. I can't say support them, but I expect them to be. I'm gonna say this with confidence: a 500 team this year.
A lot of people are expecting the same thing. People are really thinking that Wemby's gonna have that lead, especially defensively. Like he should make
It's
some
not just
noise.
about Wemby, and I'm sorry to cut you off. It's about the addition of Chris Paul. Is going to make a very big change with settling down the tempo and run the offense. Like that's the biggest key there.
I have to agree with you because like we saw what Chris Paul did with the OKC and Shea, and he brought them to the playoffs, right? So, and I think smartness will always outbeat talent. I think if you're an intelligent player, you'll always beat a talented player. We've seen guys who've been talented come in and out the league all the time. But IQ, players with IQ stay longer.
Hmm.
They just know what they're doing, right? We've definitely seen it. And you can always call injuries and things like that, but man, there's you gotta think why has Jeff Green played like 16 seasons, but then somebody like Michael Beasley maybe out the league, right? If we talk
Yeah,
about talent, Beasley's probably more talented. Stephon Marbury, Steve Francis, guys like that. And back in the day, like there's always gonna be much more talented guys who can score the basket, but a guy who can play with IQ is good. Yeah, I do like that Spurs pick, man. I do. So you think 500 will be for them?
yeah, yeah. It should be 500. 41, 41. Easy. Not easy, but
So the team that and I like the way you phrased it. I'm not gonna watch them like all the time. It's the team I'm looking at a distance, and I'm more putting a mental pressure on this team.
hmm.
You better do better. Like I really want this. A team that I spoke to you about last week, a team I'm gonna bring up again. That Detroit Pistons team, when I look at it, y'all should be better. Like I'm putting the pressure on you, kid. I don't want no 29 game losing streak. I don't want that. Maybe Portland will have that. Maybe Portland will have that because Portland don't got nobody right now. Other teams may have that, but not you guys. I need the Detroit Pistons to be good. Let me even look at their lineup real quick. Their projected lineup, which
Probably Cade, Ivy. Cade at the one, Ivy at the two.
yeah,
Bagley at the
Tobias.
five.
No, definitely not Bagley. Bagley's he's on
Oh,
Bagley's in Indiana.
oh, true.
So their
Okay.
starting unit should be Cade, Jaden Ivey, Asur Thompson,
Yeah,
Tobias Harris, Jalen Duren.
yeah.
Their bench is Marcus Sasser, who's a scorer, Malik Beasley, so some veteran help, Ron
Yeah.
Holland,
Gunner.
Isaiah Stewart, and they still got Tim Hardaway Jr. as well. And I forgot they have Paul Reed,
So they got Hardaway Jr.'s addition. Okay, that's gonna help them. That's gonna
Malik
help.
Beasley. Like they have guys who can kind of Hardaway wasn't he could be a flamethrower sometimes, but he's also inconsistent.
He is inconsistent, but he's definitely better than what they were having before, Hardaway
Like
Jr.
exactly.
and Beasley. Because Beasley, at the end of the day, you have those two on the court. You have to definitely guard. You have to close out. So it improves your spacing. So
and you have Paul Reed. So like your bench, I kind of like a team
Not
that's
that bad. Your bench is
yeah,
kind of better than a lot of teams' bench, low key.
and like your bench has veterans in it, right? And when your bench kind of has an identity, it's always gonna be better than most. Either you
Who's
have
their
young
one on the
guys.
bench though? Because Harvey Dream's playing the one. Beasley's playing the one. Who's their one on the bench?
Their one is Marcus Sasser, who played last year, and he didn't score a lot, but well, he scored 8 points a game. I can't say that. He scored 8 points a game, 3 assists, which is not bad for coming off the bench. I'm pretty sure he didn't play a lot of minutes. Played 19 minutes, scored. He's 37% shooting the three. He's 87, close to 88, basically 88% free throw. That's not bad,
It's okay. Their bench is okay. It's better than some teams' bench out there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
right? Especially if you expect people to develop and grow.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the
Because
Marcus
Stewart, I like
Sasser.
Stewart. He's a banger. He's a dog. He'll give you.
Right. You
He's
know what
that
I'm saying? So
player.
your bench, now if I look at it, your bench is probably Marcus Sasser. You have Beasley, you have Hardaway,
Yeah,
you have Stewart and
Stewart.
Paul Reed.
Yeah,
That's good. You have energy guys and you have scores.
yeah, yeah. You have a balance. Yeah, yeah.
And then the real question with this team is it's Cade has done so much for them, but is an Ivy and a Thompson going to start showing a leap? You know, Tobias is gonna give you 18.
Like their starting
Tobias,
group is decent, right? Is decent. I'm not gonna lie.
that's what I'm saying. Like, when we look at these teams, and we'll do our standings like next week. But when I look at this, I'm like, hey, you guys, in my opinion, I'm gonna look at the East real quick. You guys have a better lineup than Brooklyn.
Yep.
You definitely should be better than Washington.
Yep.
Um, you should be fighting against the teams like the Raptors, the Hawks, and the Hornets. You should be fighting with these guys. Like you should be better, right? You should be better. So that's a team I'm kind of like, I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching, but it's
100,
more
100.
for pressure of Cade. I want to see more. I want Cade to be that guy. Look at us. We both believe Cade's a top. I think we both put him in our top 40. I'm pretty sure he's a top 40 player, man. And we believe Cade can be better.
Cade was what number for me again? Cade was number 29 for me.
29, right? I'm pretty sure I had Cade like a
So
good. I had Cade pretty nice too. Yeah, I had Cade 41, but I think Cade has the potential to be fucking top 10. Has to be top 10. So it really doesn't matter. He has that potential. He's that good. So I'm hoping we get to see that as well with Cade. And hopefully someone steps up. Like that's the perfect team. Like if you're on that team, you're like a most improved player waiting to happen. Ivy,
yeah,
Thompson,
there's
you know what I'm saying?
opportunity.
There's so
There's
much opportunity.
opportunity. Yeah, there's opportunity still.
So you're hoping you can see that as well. You're definitely hoping you can see all that. Yes, that's my team. I don't have any other team. I'm not sure. Do you have any other team that you're just looking at? You're like, them guys better do better or do well.
The Hornets. The Hornets.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm gonna be looking at the Hornets this season. I love my boy LaMelo Ball, and him coming back healthy. He definitely was changing the franchise when he came as a rookie. There was
right,
a change. There was a different energy, right? The injury happened, and then the Bridges case and charges, whatever, it kind of dampened that energy, right?
right.
Put a a cloud over them, right? I feel now that black cloud is past the Hornets, and now they're ready to really grow and excel. Like
Right.
Bridges is back, going to be there for a full season this year. LaMelo is healthy, going to be starting a full season. So as long as LaMelo's healthy, sky's the limit. So I feel like Hornets are definitely a play-in team this year, right? So
They should, right? Like a lot of these teams should be just like competing. There shouldn't really be
it
unless you're
should be 500.
ultimately
The Hornets should be 500 this year.
like
It should.
unless you're the Portland Trailblazers, the Washington Wizards, you should really be and like Utah Jazz. Other than
Utah's
that, you should be
not
competing.
bad. Utah's that bad.
The thing is, they're not even that bad. That's the crazy thing.
Clarkson,
You're
Sexton,
you're not even that
Moody,
bad. You're not even that's the
Kessler.
crazy thing. You're not because that's my team. You know that. Like
That's
you're not even that bad. So you
you're
know they're
not.
gonna be competing. So
Yeah.
like who's really gonna be a bad team? Portland and I think I may be crazy. I think Washington doesn't have a bad squad. Like I don't think it's bad at all, which is unfortunate. But let me even tell you, the Hornets' projected
Okay,
starting
yeah, give
lineup
me the lineup. Give me the lineup still for the
is
Hornets.
LaMelo, Brandon Miller, who a lot of people think is going to have an even more breakout season.
He's
He was good.
bouncy, they were saying too, like real bouncy. Yeah.
He's good, right? And then like he had a good season last year, and people expected to be better to the point that like you're gonna start saying this is his team. Because if LaMelo
I'm
gets
not
hurt again,
With LaMelo, it's there. It's not gonna be
but what
Brent.
if LaMelo gets hurt again? I think it's gonna be that Danny Granger, Paul George.
I do not see that because I see something special in LaMelo
You
personally.
do, man. You really do.
Like I
Then
don't understand. Like he's been playing against older guys his whole
yeah,
life,
yeah.
and anytime he's at the press or interview, it's like he's been there. I'm like, yo, you're a kid. You know what I mean? So
There's maturity level. If he matures, I agree with you. Like the sky's the limit with the guy, but he has to mature,
he
in
has
my
an older
opinion.
woman, right, already. He doesn't have
Ooh.
a kid with older women. He's been with her already over whatever how long. So it shows like I know what I'm doing. I want older women, but I know I don't want to have kids with her and whatnot. He knows what he's doing on and off the court.
I
What do you mean?
I want to see him just do better. Josh Green, Miles Bridges, and Mark Williams. So comparable starting unit.
Oh,
Defensively, I don't know
Josh
how.
Green. Which Josh Green again? Josh Green from the Mavericks?
Yeah, Josh Green from the
The
Mavericks.
Aussie?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
he's a little 3-and-D player.
yeah. He is. He
Yeah.
is. He's gonna get time, right? Like
Mhm.
he can show out. What, like we said about other teams, this is your moment to, like, be like, hey, like I want some touches. I want to do this. I want to do that. This is your time. Like, just go out and like ball. Um, Their bench is okay. Cody Martin, Grant Williams, Nick Richards. People like Nick Richards. They have that vet and Todd Gibson and Seth Curry. So they have the veterans to kind of help them.
Okay, say that bench one more time. Quick, say the bench one more time. Seth Curry.
Seth Curry's not, they say he's the third. Their second is a guy named Vasil Micic. He's in his second season, but he's an older vet. He's 30. He's like an older second year guy. He's 30.
Okay.
Trey Mann, who can score the ball. He
Trey Man
played
from the Clippers?
Trey Mann. No,
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 from
that's
OKC.
OKC Trey Mann.
Okay. He's a gunner. He's a little gunner. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 37% shooting the three, so it's not bad. Then you have Cody Martin, who's he's not like his bro, but he's good. Definitely
Yeah,
good.
he's decent. He's decent. He's decent.
Um Grant Williams, who people just people just hate on him. I can't even lie, people hate on him.
Grant Williams is you. I'd want him on my squad. Me playing, I'd
That's what I'm
want him on
saying.
my
Like
squad.
he's not that bad.
I don't know why people are hating. Like he's a defender. He'll hit the three.
Nick Richards, who was really good last season.
He's decent. He's decent.
I saw where's didn't they have Maker? Isn't Maker on their team?
That guy's got no thing.
No, they have a
This
dark
isn't
skin
upgraded.
man.
This is not. I'm not looking at the upgraded roster, and I'm looking at because I'm seeing PJ Washington on his roster still. Like why?
No, who is the man that he was on this? Not Don Maker. Not Don Maker. What's his name? I forgot. He's a dark skinned man. I can't see him. I can't see his name.
JT Thor.
JT Thor. Yeah, yeah. Where's that guy? Let me do a quick search. That guy.
He was there last season. He was playing, but
He was playing a lot of minutes. That guy.
yeah,
Oh, he
yeah.
went to Cleveland. He's with Cleveland. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah. So like them, should be good. Like I see why you would want a team to kind of just be like, hey man, be good. Don't be bad. Be good.
Melo
Uh,
Melo for his career is like averaging 22, 6, and 8. So it's
yeah,
like 6 rebounds, right? So
no,
it's
they
like
should be good. Brooklyn also should be bad as well. I find I'm naming a
it's just
team.
he couldn't play with Rozier. That's what it was. He couldn't be playing one, Rozier playing the two. Like
Yeah,
the idea sounded nice.
he's a lead guard. He's
Yeah,
definitely like let me handle the ball, let me get man's touches type of
yeah,
guard.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard. So this is Washington's lineup, right? I'm not saying they're going to be good, but I do think they're going to compete.
Mhm.
Jordan Poole, Corey Kispert, Kyle Kuzma, Alex R the rookie, and then JV as the center.
That is not a shit lineup.
It's not
It's
horrible.
not
It
shit.
it's not a team. Well, if
Alex Sarr, JV. You know what
If
I
they're not
mean?
gonna play no defense, then yes, like
And Kisper,
you're gonna
he's a
mollywop this team if they don't play no defense. But if they compete, or if they're just like, we're not gonna play defense, but we're gonna keep scoring. This is a you're scoring 130 with this team because they're gonna get buckets.
that's not a bad lineups to
No,
start.
not bad. The bench is Brogdon, Rashad Holmes, um, Bob
Brogdon,
Carrington, who's a rookie.
wow, this guy's just getting shipped.
Yeah, I think they won't be a good team, but they're not going to be a team you're just gonna like. Not every game will be mollywop. They're gonna compete. That's my own thing.
Brogdon is the best backup point guard in the NBA, in my opinion, by far. Like by
Yeah,
far.
yeah. If he's I think it depends. But I'm trying to think who else is
As
there.
a backup, who's the best backup point guard in the league other than Brogdon?
I have to
Really?
think. Unless people may argue Pritchard, but no. Chicago, no. Detroit, no.
Oh, Kobe
India,
White is
no.
actually a candidate, but nah.
If Indiana wasn't starting Nemhard, Nemhard.
Oh,
If they
nah.
don't start Nemhard, that's one. Um, yeah, you could be Brogdon's probably most likely like a top three for sure. But in looking at it, like point guard, because Brogdon's a steady guy. He's just steady. He's smart and he's steady. So it's good. But yeah, watching another team that I'm also watching. This probably it won't lead to our next one, but a little bit leads to our next one, our next topic. But like, I just hope Lonzo Ball is healthy. So I hope he's not only healthy, like I hope we can. I just want to hope. I want to watch Lonzo play. I want to watch Lonzo play.
We
That's
didn't even get to see the Bulls experiment fully because of the injury.
that. It's crazy, and they were like number one in the flipping East, top five defense with Caruso and him. Mind you, they had DeMar and Vucevic, and they were still the number one defense in the league. That tells you something, man. That tells you something. But yeah, some of the teams I think we're both looking at now. Which teams? This is our next topic. Which teams are under the most pressure? I wrote down like teams or players under the most pressure. Or wrote down a bunch of names. So I may not name them all. I may name them all. Who knows? You want me to go first? You want to go first?
Well, I'll go first for this one. Philadelphia 76ers.
Did Are you looking at my phone? They're my number one.
That's the easiest standout, clear cut, like the most pressure on Embiid, on the coach, on the team, and all three. Big pressure. Period. Period.
Embiid, we've given you, mind you, at the time he was somebody. We gave you Ben Simmons, who's like a two-time All-NBA player, All-Star, blah blah blah. We gave you him. Okay, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Okay, move. Then we gave you James Harden, an MVP. Okay, he didn't play well. It didn't work out. Then you had Tyrese Maxey. What still? No, no, sorry, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. You had Ben Simmons. Then not only did you have Ben Simmons, you had Jimmy Butler, you had JJ Redick, you had Tobias Harris. Tobias was the fourth man at that time. Like you had them, and then we gave you James Harden when you didn't want to re-sign Jimmy Butler, which is your front office mistake. You got the MVP. We gave you, and now we're giving you Paul George, bro. If you don't do anything, it's your fault. We
Understand?
blamed everyone. We've blamed everybody. We can't keep blaming people. Right? I was watching a podcast. They said like Embiid is like the one superstar that gets the most passes. Like not like physical. I mean, like we just ignore the fact that like he hasn't made it past the second round.
Yeah, he hasn't. It's crazy to me.
Like
It's crazy to me.
what? Why do you feel like they have so much pressure? What else would you say?
Embiid be winning MVPs, shit like that, right? Complaining, all this, all that. You haven't even made it to the East Finals. Your whole thing is trust the process. The process, like the furthest you guys have gotten is the where the Washington Wizards have gotten the last 20 years. Like I hope they realize that. And we look at Washington Wizards as a not successful franchise in the last 25 years, right?
Right,
Because they haven't gone anywhere.
right.
You see what I'm saying? The last time Philly went, when was the last time Philly went to the finals or past second round? Was that AI days?
AI days.
Was it? It was AI
Yeah, yeah.
days, right?
Yeah, they never when they were bad because they were tanking for so much years, so they weren't shit then. So yeah.
So from the AI days. So you guys are not gonna make it to the East Finals and have all these players that my good friend Mike just said to you, MVPs, all stars. You know what I mean? Beer max contracts. You drafted a great player and even Maxi,
Hmm.
right?
And he wasn't even your
It's a
first
budding
overall pick.
all-star. Yeah, budding all-star. You overpaid Tobias Harris to average 8 points in the playoffs. You know what I mean? It's so crazy to me that says you guys get Doc Rivers. Like Doc Rivers won rings and developed players. He won a ring in Boston because that was the first super team assembled really in '08. That's why he
Right.
won. After that, he didn't win shit. And he had teams. He
He
had
definitely
fucking
had teams.
teams in his
Definitely
career.
had
He
that
had a
team.
Clipper team that didn't go to did they even pass the second round? Clipper team?
No, because I don't think they ever made it. No, not that I
So
can
like,
remember. No.
what does like it go the coaching. You already have a coach that is not good. He's overrated. Doc Rivers is the most overrated coach in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right.
You had him, right? And then we blamed him for how bad the team was. Now you have Nick Nurse. Now what's the excuse? We know Nick Nurse is a good coach. We've seen what Nick Nurse did before. So you have a good coach now. Could we blamed everyone?
They make bad decisions. They make bad decisions just from top to bottom. Nick Nurse won a ring with us. Yeah. You know what I mean? But Philly, it doesn't matter how much coach. You had how much coach in the last 20 years. Didn't make it out the second round.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And you're Joel Embiid, a guy who like spoiler alert for our next episode. I'm pretty sure we both have Joel Embiid like pretty high.
let me
You don't
see
say
what
the number.
I
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We like have him high, and still, yeah, it's he's become more
He's
of a
in
meme now.
every person's top 10, period, in the league.
Easily, easily.
Like, and if you don't have him in your top 10 or at least top 15, it's like you're hating. You're just hating.
And like I'm gonna say this, I have to, think I'm right in saying this. Healthy, everyone healthy and playing to like what we all believe their potential is Embiid not almost fucking one? Is he not basically one?
He
Because
is.
we're thinking with all that talent, you're defensively, you're amazing. You are. And
Yep.
offensively, you shoot threes, you can post, you can hit a mid range. So you kind of have it all.
You
Like
can dribble better than a lot of these big sort of thing, but the thing is, you have no finals appearance. You have no
yeah.
East finals appearance. You have no ring. You would be lower on the list, like number one, two, or three, if you had a ring or if you made it to the finals. But second round is like the Wizards with John Wall and Bradley Beal. That's what it is.
So with Philly being like your number one most pressure team, right? What looks like a good season to you for them?
Making it to the finals, period. I don't give a fuck about wins. If you do
You,
not make it, you
what
have
about
Paul
the
George now.
Eastern? What about Eastern? So you don't think Eastern Conference Finals is a good thing? Because let's face
It's
Boston.
better, but you're talking about a successful season, like, yeah, we really did our thing. Like, okay, East Finals is better. Definitely. It's better.
Yeah.
But you're going to be happy with being to the East Finals only. You have Paul George. You have Tyrese Maxey. You have Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Like,
If you are healthy, if you are
you
healthy.
should be making it to the minimum East Finals. Like, if
East. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Minimum.
like second round is not success. Second round is a failure. Like, that's a failed season. This is failed.
Yeah. And I still like I love Kelly Oubre Jr. That guy coming off your bench, Kelly Oubre Jr. was
Oh my God. You even I forgot you even have him. Like
he
I don't even want to say finals of
was
disappointment because like
in the playoffs, he was shooting 40% shooting the three.
okay, you should make it to the East Finals against Beantown, depending on how the chips fall. If you
Right.
lose in the second round, if you get to the second round and you lose, it better be to the team that wins the ring. That's all I can say.
Because I'll say this. We're all so happy about what's happening in New York. New York is this and that. Joel Embiid is besides Giannis, like no, Joel Embiid's the most dominant player or he can be the most dominant player in the Eastern
Mm-hmm.
Conference. He can
Mm-hmm.
be. So
Mm-hmm.
don't tell me you lost to New York with Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns guarding you and OG guarding you for some plays. No,
All
this
undersized guys.
this is barbecue chicken. This is barbecue chicken. There's no one really in that size. Like only maybe if you Giannis guarded him. Like OG has done an okay job on him. He has done an okay job on him. But you're still Joel freaking Embiid. Like you're Embiid. No, you're Embiid. I'm sorry. I agree with you. He's too talented. Paul George is too talented. And they have Andre Drummond coming off the bench for that team, so he's a good rebounder, a really good rebounder. Reggie Jackson can get hot sometimes. Oh, this team is so good. They have Caleb Martin coming off the bench. Or maybe no, I think Caleb's gonna start because their lineup here, which I'm pretty sure is wrong. Maybe it's right. It says Tyrese, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, Caleb Martin, Joel Embiid. That's a good squad.
It's a very good lineup.
Caleb Martin's gonna be your third, fourth man, or fourth man, I should say, or fifth. No, am I crazy? Did I not know this? Did you know they had Eric Gordon?
I forgot. So, is this a team to go to the second round in the East? Is this a team
That's crazy. This team is
to
so
go second
stacked.
round?
This team is so
This
stacked.
team looks aside from the main three players, you see them saying Eric Gordon, Kelly Oubre, and shit like that. Like,
I'm not sure what Yabusele is gonna do because we all saw him with France and he was dominant hitting threes. Who's to say that's gonna transition? So I don't want to put any pressure on that. But like you still got Kyle Lowry, who's like who let him play 15 minutes and just like I don't let him play every game. Let him play 15 minutes and just be a vet. Let me just be a vet. He's there. You have Reggie Jackson, who sometimes
oh
can,
my, that Brady Jackson too?
yeah.
This is a final squad. I don't want to hear shit. I
Now
don't
that
want to hear shit.
now
I'm
that I've
dead ass.
said
I don't
it,
want to hear shit.
now that I've said it, I'm like, yo, the 76ers, you're right. This is finals or bust.
This is a squad. You have a lot of depth. You have a
This
lot
is
of
finals or
depth.
bust. I'm
You have
sorry.
veterans with some young guys. Like you have guys in their prime. PG still in his prime. Tyrese is approaching his prime. Embiid's in his prime. Lowry passes prime. He's a veteran, and he's home in Philly. So it's a different energy. You're playing at home. You have Oubre. He plays with a chip on his shoulder every fucking game.
Yeah, I'm
Bro,
sorry.
you have Eric Gordon too. Just we keep forgetting about Leslie, this eighth option. Eric Gordon's your eighth option.
You're you have Joel Embiid on the post, and he could potentially have a lineup of okay, I have Tyrese Maxey over here, I have Paul George over here, I have Kelly Oubre over here, and I have Eric Gordon over here.
That's just shooters. Everyone can shoot. Everyone can be behind a three-point line and shoot. And you have to
Come
guard them.
on.
Everyone can shoot. Everyone can
Nah,
shoot.
yeah.
Everyone can dribble.
Nah,
Everyone
this
can
is
shoot. Everyone
pressure.
can dribble.
This is pressure. Yeah, yeah. They are the number one squad. I was mainly thinking, oh, because they have a good squad, but once I saw the what? You have a squad.
Those
You
names on that paper sound better than the Boston Celtics roster.
it does. Boston
And
don't
I
have
like
the
Boston Celtics roster a lot, but these what I'm hearing like EG Lowry, I'm like shit, man.
yeah,
AG, I should Aaron Gordon, Eric Gordon, I should say. I'm like, damn,
Boston doesn't have this depth. They don't have this depth.
they don't. Outside of I think it's seven or eight, like what is it, Pritchard, Hauser? No, Pritchard and
Yeah,
Horford.
yeah,
Hauser.
Horford and Pritchard, yeah, and then you put Hauser as your eighth.
And that's all I really know. I'm like, okay. Well, you call like 10 guys,
Like
Reggie
Philly,
Jackson on the
like
team.
Philly in the playoffs because you're
Reggie
normally playing
Jackson, that guy off the bench,
off the bench, and
anytime.
you tell him to be aggressive too. Like Reggie, be aggressive. Kyle's gonna be our point guard. He's gonna just point guys where they need to
So
go.
Reggie's the two off the. Oh man,
I think so. They have Reggie as your third string, but he wouldn't. I would play him as my second,
you could
like
put Kyle, Reggie, Eric Gordon
easily,
bench.
easily, and just play big. Your then you can put Yabusele and Drummond. So you still got your bigs and you got your three
Yes,
guards.
you guys have Drummond. Oh man.
Wow.
Philly's second round. If these guys are healthy, and for these guys to be not healthy, I'm talking about you got to have 5 injuries with this
Yeah.
squad, like 5 injuries. Are you serious?
Yes.
Second round?
You should
Nah.
only lose.
No.
to Boston and honestly Milwaukee if Giannis is like stupid dominant. But the thing is, you're so talented. The
Brother,
Bucks ain't this talented.
thank you. I was about to say, brother, the Bucks, they should with this squad, they should be beating the Bucks. Let's keep it a
Yeah,
buck.
they're not this talented. But okay, we'll get off the 76ers. I'll tell you another
Yeah,
person because we're about to go ham on them. Like we didn't know it was this good. We thought there was pressure, but I think we realized this is a lot of pressure.
this is it. This is it. This is it.
But a team that I think should be able to beat you. The Bucks aren't that good, but my second person that I put on my list is Damian Lillard. He we is he not Dame anymore? Is Dame time over?
Mhm.
Because if Dame time's not over, I would say the Bucks are a team that should beat the Philadelphia 76ers. They are a team that should beat them. I do think so.
But
Because they have Giannis and Dame. So those two guys can almost outmatch what we have in Embiid. So I'm hoping to see that, but we'll see. We'll see. But Dame is my guy. I think he has a lot of pressure on him. We better see a better Dame. If we don't see a better Dame, then you wasted trading Drew Holiday, in my opinion.
ooh, that's true.
You
That's true.
wasted it. You have to pay Dame $60 million, and he's just like he's become like another guard, like another guy that like Mikal Bridges is gonna lock up now, or now OG is gonna lock up. It's not someone that you is on the court and you have to be fearful no matter where they are on the court.
It's true.
So
It's true.
yeah. Do you have any other team that you feel be fearful, or you have a lot of pressure on?
Honestly, it was really only Philly that really was,
It,
that really had everything in me type shit. You know what I mean? It was really Philly that was like, okay, yeah.
it it makes sense.
A
I'll
player
just
though that I expect better from a season is going back to the Hornets is LaMelo Ball. Like, you're healthy now. Bridges is healthy. You got Miller on the squad, right? So we should be seeing a better season from LaMelo from the Hornets in general. We should be seeing, you know what I mean? So,
no agreed.
well, if not, I think the Hornets have to look and make some changes in general.
Easily, easily. You gotta think about it. Like Brandon Miller's young. See what's out. You just try to build around him. Try to build around him then.
Maybe.
A team or no, not a team. I realize I put both guys there, so I'll say the. No, I'll just put those two guys in there because they're separate. Zion and Brandon Ingram. Not that I have any pressure on either of them. No, or more Brandon Ingram. I have no pressure on Brandon Ingram. I almost feel like the narrative of him is kind of shitty.
It is. It is.
So, but Zion, hey man, he played like 70 games last season. Yeah, we're so used to him not playing that we diss him so much.
So
But
true.
he played 70. Let me just confirm that. But I'm pretty confident in that he played 70 games. And they still got a good squad. And like the ESPN's thing is that it'd be Murray, McCollum, Ingram, Zion, and they're gonna start the rookie center in Misi, but they kind of messed up there, and they still got Trey Murphy the third. They still got Herb Jones. Still got
Hold on,
Jose
last time
Alves.
Herbert Troy Murphy. Wow,
No, no, this is the bench. The bench is Jose, Trey, Herb, Daniel Tice, Jordan Hawkins, who's a gunner.
he's a gunner.
Javante Green's a good backup. So they have a few guys. But a lot of people think like you have to start Herb Jones and you have to start Trey Murphy the third. That's why they want to get rid of Ingram. They want to.
I like Herb Jones, man, a lot.
He's your best defender in the squad.
Easily. And I'm like, you're not starting your best wing defender slash guard defender. Like, it's crazy to me.
It's because yeah, Zion played 70 games last season.
And he's a capable shooter now too.
Yeah.
Holy.
He's good. He's really good. Yeah. That's what it's crazy how like we all like Brandon Ingram, but for this squad, it's kind of like, hey man, can we move on?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because
But
you got Murray, and it's like, okay, you have Ingram. That's just like,
it's one of those cases you have too much
what is
guys.
your idea? Are you guys just gonna play small ball?
I think so do put Zion at the five. Put Zion at the five, yeah. But Zion can't defend anybody. He used to be a better defender. All that like
Zion already undersized at the five is gonna be even a mediocre center in the league is gonna food him. Is gonna have
Yeah,
big.
yeah,
And I'm not
yeah.
even getting at Zubac. Zubac is above mediocre, but they go against the Clippers. Zubac is having 30 and 15.
Shit. Yes, but Zion played 70, which is not bad.
That's good. That's good.
You know what? If you think about it, it's amazing for Zion.
It
We
is.
haven't
It
seen
is.
that, so it's amazing to get a 70 game from Zion. So a healthy Zion, that means they're going to be talented. They're a good team. Brandon Ingram, like I said, it's not. I put Jalen Green as well, but I think me and you both know people are about to be really down on him, so they have to do something because they're going to be down on him soon. He's going to have that same Brandon Ingram type trajectory. Those guys who are like, oh, so all you do is score, that Rudy Gayness, like, oh, that's all you do? Is you don't do nothing else? Okay, move on. The Suns, things we're like not,
I'm
you're
just gonna say the Suns after for my next pick. After
because
the, I was gonna say the Suns still.
no, you didn't. Why the Suns then?
Why the Suns?
Yeah,
Why not the Suns? You got a big
yeah.
three.
We don't
You
talk
got
about
a
that.
big three. You got Bradley Beal averaging 12 points in the playoffs. You know what I mean? You had no real point guard. You had Booker playing point guard. Scene. It was no flow in the offense. You guys were expected to go to the finals last year, right? It
Yeah,
was like, oh, this team is crazy, whatnot, la 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 la. It's the valley, the valley, the valley. And you guys went back to the valley just as quick as we found the valley. What was it? Second round?
yeah.
Second round. KD
No,
was
first round they
it
lost. They
was
lost
first.
to Minnesota first round. Yeah, yeah, because it was
My
OKC,
word.
Dallas,
My
Minnesota.
apologies.
Yeah, Denver.
Viewers, my apologies because let me tell you something. I'm giving these guys more credit.
You are.
I'm giving these guys, they're definitely second. They moved up to second on the list. LaMelo, you're third, and the Hornets, you're third. They've definitely moved up to a
Yeah.
high priority because you can't beat the Philly. But Phoenix, the Valley, what are they gonna do? They're supposed to be going to the at least the West Finals. They should be seeing.
With
That's
this
what they
much
should be
talent
seeing.
they
It's supposed to
have,
be like we had an okay season. It's not. It's not a success, but because you have a big three, right? Like that, it's not a success, but we're building. We're building. This is good, guys. This is good.
the thing is, sometimes I look at Phoenix, I'm like, is it because of the names? Why? Because even I understand. Phoenix is a team that should have pressure. They should have pressure. Because your starting unit is Tyus Jones, who everybody loves Tyus Jones. They think he's such a smart point guard. You have Devin
Yeah, he's the
Booker.
man passing to Wemby. Yeah.
Then you have Devin Booker. You have Bradley Beal. You have you're thinking about the other Jones. That's his brother.
Oh
Tyus is
yeah.
the one that was with the Grizzlies.
Okay, they're both decent. They
They're
both pass.
definitely both
They both can
defense.
shoot.
Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal as your small forward. I don't know about that. And Kevin Durant as your power forward, that's position he plays, and then Nurkic. So like starting unit wise, you're good, and then your bench is still Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, Mason Plumlee is good, Monte Morris is good, Josh Okogie for your defense. I don't want to talk about Bol Bol. I don't really see much of that guy.
I don't. We don't really see much ball, but their team. Well, they had that Koji last year and whatnot. Like their team was decent overall. They should
Yeah.
have gone to the second round at least,
Yeah,
minimum.
but
But
then this they won't do nothing this year too. Like no offense to them, they won't. We can kind of quickly name like not better than OKC, not better than Minnesota, even with the new changes, not better than
yeah,
Minnesota.
not better than
Uh,
Clippers.
not no, they're better than Clippers.
Actually, you're right. You're right. What am I saying? Clippers.
Uh, um, you're you're probably in the area with the Lakers, Warriors. I see they're not a team that I was talking about, but like I like Sacramento. That's a team that like
Like the being.
I'm gonna watch that team because DeMar's on it. I want to see. I want to see what's gonna happen. But yeah, like when I look at Phoenix, like everyone says the four best teams are Minnesota, OKC, Dallas, Denver. Okay, that's the four best teams already. So where's everyone else? And like you have so much other teams that are Pelicans, like we just mentioned. Like I don't know about them, man. I don't know about the Suns. A team that's gonna be in that same mix. That was the last team I said has pressure, but it's a weird type of pressure. Is the Warriors?
Yeah, it's different.
It's a different pressure. Like
It's more or
What's your
less see what are
yeah
you gonna do? What are y'all gonna
yeah? Like, what's your
you
plan?
still y'all be doing something, so we'll see what y'all gonna do.
It's yeah. It's like y'all you have Steph. You won 47 or 46 plus games last season, so you're still a good squad. My thing is them. I was thinking of doing like a video about them. My thing is they don't know who their second option is. Your second option is Kaminga. Like, let Kaminga be your second option. Let Wiggins be your third, and just play through them, right? And then Curry's gonna get his. Curry's
Definitely.
gonna get his.
You know that.
So what's up? I don't know. I think they're a weird team. I'm not gonna look at their depth chart. Mind you, they have guys. They got Kyle Anderson. They got oh, what's that guy who used to play
I got
for
Kyle
Philly?
Anderson. Shoot.
They got Kyle Anderson. They got oh, I forgot his name. And now I gotta search it. He's a good player. He played with Philly, like a shorter man, but not too short. Like good height.
Shake Milton. No, no.
No, but like that name was about to spark me up. But like Shake, are you right? Shake Milton. Milton. Um, no, but that name almost depth. They still have Gary Payne the second. I should have said that. Oh, they got Buddy Hield and was DeAnthony Melton's who I was talking about. Thinking about.
Yeah, yeah, okay, Milton. Yeah,
So like
that's
their bench is not bad. So let me
yeah.
even tell you. Potentially their starting unit is Curry, Pods, Wiggins, Kaminga, Green. Then you go Melton, Heald, Gary Payton II, Kyle Anderson, Trey Jackson Davis. Then you still got Kevon Looney, Moses Moody. So it's not a bad squad.
No, it's not. It's not.
If Steph just goes kind of crazy, but yeah, it's
Steph's
just
gotta go kind of step, but Steph went kind of crazy last year. He
yeah,
didn't
he
take it
was.
in at the age, so
He really did. But that was like it for my like team with the most pressure. Do you have any other teams you would think of or anything?
no, I didn't feel no, no. Pressure.
No.
Everyone was.
But I think it's clear as day. It's funny how like I wrote 76ers, you wrote 76ers. I don't think we even thought that it was this much pressure until after we finished it. Like
I didn't know the
they
lineup was really that heavy still.
no, they got pressure. Especially you got Joel Embiid, and we all think that man was MVP the first 30 games of last season.
100%.
Easily until he got hurt.
100%.
So that's the thing. I think he's gonna play like 50 games this season. I think they're really gonna try to rest him. They're really gonna try to rest him. I think
We'll
so.
see. We'll see.
You hope so. So the last thing we were gonna talk about in this pod today was Jakob. This is our Raptors corner. You know, Jakob Pertl passed the comment in the media day, basically said like, I'm just gonna paraphrase. This season is really gonna be about us growing as a team and getting better as a team. We're not gonna win a lot of games, but that's not our focus this year. Our focus is not to win a lot of games. Our focus is to be, growing as a team. I hate that. I hate. I don't. If you told me right now, Michael, you're going against Steph Curry, I'm not thinking he's busting my ass. I'm not thinking so. Will he? Potentially, of course. He's an NBA player. He's gonna do it. But I'm not going into it in the sense of thinking like, well, I'm just gonna let him score. So that's where it comes from for me. It sounds like you're just gonna let man score on you. Yeah, these teams are better than you. Of course, you face Denver. Denver is better than you. They're gonna probably win. But you don't go into it thinking like, well, we're just developing. So Scotty, you try to do behind the back passes as much as you want this game. RJ shoot as much threes as you want. No, it's not how we play basketball, man. Don't do that. You play to try to win the game. That's what it comes down to. What is your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts are your statements exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like you want to build a winning mentality. That's
Right.
not a winning and a dog mentality. You want to have a bunch of dogs in your team, not a bunch of kittens and puppies. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that doesn't build that mentality like, okay, well, we're going up against the Celtics. We're probably going to lose, but let's just do what we can. That's what you're building. How the fuck does that really sound as you hearing as a player? Can a coach really say that with a straight face? It's
Yeah.
mind-boggling. Like to
How
me,
do you coach that? How do you coach that?
he should never have said that. Like you should know better. Like you were playing for Coach Pop. You should know better. You play hard till the whistle's done. Like you never know. Like You should know better. So
Like Pop knew those teams weren't that good. He knew, but he's like, we're gonna compete.
exactly, exactly. So
And the way Pop would coach, you mess up, he's calling a timeout the first minute of the game.
it's yep. Because like I don't like what I'm seeing.
Like, what are we
So
talking about? So I think it's just I don't know.
it's
I
a
think it's
bad
not a good
start to the
way
season with that statement. To me, that's a bad start to
because you
me.
already know what's gonna happen then. We
Those
already
were
know
them in the locker room and shit like that. So
we already know that these guys are not like and Masai the first time Masai in a press conference was like, man, like we're really trying to develop, and they are. They're gonna work and play around Scotty. Scotty's the future. That's what they're saying it. They're doing it. Everyone's saying it. RJ said it. Like we're gonna try to our best to improve. Scotty, myself, and quickly. That's who they want. Those are the three guys. Well,
Scotty's
all
still
things
raw. He's still raw. So
right. So and I
I
get it,
don't
but
know if it's gonna be. We'll see.
like you want to win games, I want to win games. We want to win games. I don't. I'm okay with being bad this year because there's a man on Duke that I would love to tank. I ain't gonna hold you. If he comes,
Cool. Yep.
he to me he's generation. I think he has generational talent. Yeah, I really do. Even if he's not like, I think he could be one of the ones. To be honest, I think he could be.
I agree with that 100%, man. Cooper
Like
is that guy.
he really does. And I think there's lately like reports that people are trying to like maybe he's not number one. And they're trying to find ways to not make him number one. The
Okay.
man has the talent.
He
He's
has
like
a bit of aggression too.
him, and then the one that's coming after that, DJ or AJ. I think it's AJ.
DJ
Um,
Wagner.
no, his name is AJ. Oh, I don't want to say his last name correctly, but it's like DY and they're like this guy has the athleticism of LeBron, and he's this guy, he's that guy. Not like people like that guy's for sure number one, for sure going number one. He would have to play really bad to not go number one. Um, yeah, that's how I see it. But yeah, that's it for this pod. We should hopefully have one up this week where we're gonna give you our 25 to number one best player in the NBA this season. Anything you want to say, YS, before we head out?
No, man. We got it here. We're on to the
Okay,
next.
okay,
Let's get
okay.
it.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will talk to you guys again. Peace.